So Yanina is one of the member of the Ideas Factory, one of RIPESS Europe member. And as we are preparing this newsletter about women and solidarity economy, we wanted to know exactly what you are doing in Bulgaria.
This is a question that could have many answers, I guess. Well, we founded with friends Ideas Factory around more than 10 years ago. In our search and attempt to find answers to systemic problems and challenges, without pretending that we knew the answers. So our aim was always to connect the people and environments that could benefit from each other. And with the years, we call ourselves Social Glue. We're until very recently organization that is connecting people between generations, between rural and urban, between sectors, and in between disciplines. Right now, for 6 years actually already, we are developing our program Baba Residence. Baba in Bulgarian means grandmother. It's really, it's not only a word, and it's not only a grandmother in Bulgaria, and also I would say in the Balkan region, Baba, or the elder woman, is a symbol in a semiotical, really a language. It already means so many things. It's a symbol of care, of home, also of some kind of decision maker in the house. The interesting part is that you might think that the more east you go, the women are least empowered. It's not exactly so. It's just a very different culture. We work in villages, in rural areas with our Baba residents, and we are inviting young people to live in those rural areas and homes where there is a big problem with depopulation and people leaving the country in certain regions. We work in the least populated region in Europe, which is the northwest of Bulgaria, which is also the poorest region in European Union. What we try to do, we invite those young urban residents to live and to co-create with their hosts. They live in local people houses, and they co-create with them solutions on local problems. They create also designs like those bracelets that I have in my hand. They're also created by the grannies and the elderly women in one of the villages. We try to help those that are live really in poverty, through co-designing with them products that we then sell. And very often what the women say is that those money we've made an estimation, it's about 40% above their regular income if the village is in our steady program. So if we regularly work with the village. So this is what we try to do. These are informal women cooperatives, rural women cooperatives, producing not a big amount of products, but I would say like jewelry. Also, we have a lot of knitting products like socks and scarves and all of that things. But we also have production in the area of culture. We try to preserve songs and legends that are about to extinct, because we're losing the people that are holding this knowledge, unfortunately. So what we try to do is preserving this cultural heritage by creating, together with the local women, some kind of overview what is really important to be preserved. And we try then, for example, to record the CD, to produce it, and to sell it. So then the money go directly to the cultural activities in the villages. But our main goal, and I would say the main purpose, is really to connect generations, because this is where this solidarity network is being born between young urban people and elderly women in the villages. After that, it all goes really smooth and easy, and it's not only about one product or like a single thing, but it's just really like a domino effect. There are a lot of things going on and happening after we leave actually the village after a 1 month residency. Like right now, we're opening exhibition at Goethe Institute, Bulgaria. We worked with artists this summer. They lived in northwest of Bulgaria in a village where most of the people speak language which is not Bulgarian. It's called Vlahi language, and it's closer to Romanian. It's old, kind of a very old Romanian. And they have a very specific culture. So in this interaction, in this 1 month, amazing things were born. We have now a documentary for the village. There was a performance created ad hoc at the village as well. A lot of artworks right now could be seen in Bulgaria. But as said, the most important, we managed somehow to give back life to people, to the village, to the idea that there is more to be done, more to be done, and it's not only a dying out village, and it's just actually it's full with life and treasures, but we need some efforts just to find out where and what, and in that way to unite also the local community, because very often we find local communities very much let's say divided because of parties and politics, which is very sad, because they have the same interests and the same possibilities, but unfortunately parties and the party system have been dividing them for quite a long time. So one of our, I would say, like a side effect of our program is actually uniting the village without being this main purpose, but it just happens because when someone from the outside comes, then it happens automatically. Okay, I just want to show you some of the people we work for, with and for, and this is Baba Elenka from the Rhodope mountain, close to the border with Greece. She built herself her house, and she's still weaving, which is really rare already. These are behind me, Baba Latinka. Baba again means granny, right? And these are the women from the village of Dryanovo. They're a Bulgarian Muslim. It's a Bulgarian Muslim community. So these are some of our motivators and people we work for and the people we work with. They give us a lot of knowledge. I mean, it's never been just one direction work. Actually, it's much more than what we take from this work from compared to what we give, I think.